Hello and happy Monday, Team Abundance. Hey, I just want to take a couple seconds to share a few tools. I'm going to start this segment called Customer Care to the Plus, and a few things that I have really been enjoying, a few little hacks and little tools that I have really appreciated here lately that wonderful friends have shared with us, many of our team members here over the years. So the first thing that I want to talk about here tonight is I find I'm really trying to get back to using some paper calendar versus, I don't know where my phone is right now. The kid probably has it, one of them, but trying to get away from technology a little bit. And there is something about just having that paper piece. Sometimes the technology, again, it can be so distracting. There are so many things buzzing and beeping and coming at you. Whereas I feel like I keep all my appointments on my, electronic calendar, so I can add an appointment, a physical appointment, to my calendar on my computer, and it syncs to my iPhone automatically. So I do love that, but I find that that is not the best use for me when I am trying to do time blocking. So I'm going to share one calendar I've been using now. This system, it's Inkwell Press. I learned about this from Christy Lido here about 3 years ago. So this is my third version of this calendar. And this year I decided to do what they call their disc method with it, where they do have a spiral bound as well. But this is something new that I'm trying. So this actually everything kind of clips into this. But I'll show you as I have planned out, even for this week, as I'm working to time block, I'm adding my appointments, but then I'm also kind of bracketing those areas of time that I have available. Now, the other thing that I have done here, and I've been doing it since this fall, and I'm really liking this, is I'm on half of the segment, I'm kind of having fun with this little washi tape, if you guys can see it. But then, I don't know if this will be reversed or not, but I have listed my prospects, customers, team, and notes. Under notes, I have my personal. And so what I'm keeping track of in that section, as I say I have a new customer and then I'm putting in their 10-day call, then I can just move forward to that week and write them in. Okay. And so I just found personally, there were some things that were falling through the cracks, or especially the functionality. I love TeamZ, and that is definitely something I am striving to do every single day as well. But I don't like that your follow-up is you can only follow up you can set one follow-up at a time, like one follow-up date at a time, versus I really like the idea of calendaring in the paper calendar, my follow-up calls 1, 2, 3 in there. And then I'm going to give Sarah Taylor a shout out, because this was a favorite tool that I learned about here this last fall when we were doing a booth together. And so if you can see, it's called Frixion, Frixion, and it's a clicker pen. But I love all the different colors. And most importantly, it's an ink pen, but it has this little nubby on it, so it is completely erasable. So it doesn't smudge, but it uses the heat from that to actually erase it. But otherwise, it's just a regular old clicker pen. So I really like colors, and as you saw, my calendar is kind of colorful, but that's one thing that I have done is I have my prospects in green, my blue are my customers, my team is in red, and you guys are red hot, and my personal is in purple, and then I have dark blue for the boys. So again, as I'm calendaring out or blocking out during the week, I can also see where am I spending, because the colors just kind of jump out to me. Where am I spending my time, and am I budgeting time in all those areas especially for my one thing, right? So that, those are just a few little tools that I learned from you guys here this past year. The other thing I want to take you to, though, I'm going to do a screen share, and I want you to look at a couple of our recent tools, some of our websites here recently, okay? So first thing is, if you haven't been recently on our thefreedomrevolution.com website, make sure you go there, because there is a lot of really great things. We covered this before, but there's wonderful videos, just product videos. The clinical research is under the video tab. If you get into anything on here that's pass protected, the word revolution, lowercase revolution, is the password. But for today, though, I'm wanting to touch on just this documents page. But again, there's a great, just the 3-part HLP 2000 plus, sales coordinator, compensation plan. So all of that is housed just right through here. So really use this as your landing point. And the other thing to note is Healthy Living Revolution and Shred 10 websites you can access directly from here. So this truly is our one-stop shop, right? Okay, so first thing on behalf of our customer care. So under documents, now if we go down, if you scroll all the way down, again, some really pretty updated shred documents, etc. But this customer profile that is in a PDF, if you click on that, it will bring up actually a two-portion or two-page sheet. So the first page is wonderful. I did not, this is a new update. This is update since probably even this last fall. But when you have, if you're wanting to do customer care, just following these guidelines, that is providing excellent customer care right out of the gate here. So as you place that customer's order, again, add them to your calendar. So that's what I'm doing, again, in my paper calendar. Or you might do that electronically. Or you may know, like maybe you only, you're working 3 days a week, so you have 2 days that you're working Juice Plus. Okay, well, go ahead and put them in. Or maybe do, the other thing you could do if you're doing it electronically, you can schedule an appointment in your electronic calendar that says customer care for that week, but then, and you can make it a recurring event. So maybe it's every Thursday, I'm going to do customer care, or every other Thursday, or whatever it is. But on that event, then under notes, you could type the person's name in that you're wanting to do Kimberly day 30 customer care call for that week. So you could definitely be less paper and more electronic if you want to with it. Okay. So then the second thing, or the third thing, is complete your customer profile. So again, that is this document that is attached. And I will tell you too, I've done kind of hit and miss with some of this, but I haven't been super duper consistent of asking and going through each and every piece on it, which is really important. And again, if you are pulling this up, like you'll see this here, this is something where I had typed this in and realized I didn't erase this one, but you can actually type it in and print off a new one if you want to, on each one, or you can just, obviously print it out and then handwrite it in with whichever colored pen you are choosing, right? But the great thing about this too, just keeping it handy, is it's going to tell you, again, what to say, ideas for verbiage and such on there. And the other place I'm going to encourage you to go to, that if you really need some extra ideas on that, is, and I'm going to go off bar here, right, just for a second, but our missiondrivenmodel.info, if you're looking for more in-depth customer care pieces beyond what is on here, or you just want a little more detailed piece of education, go to missiondrivenmodel.info and then click on customer care. And there is a little 18-minute video that Julie Herbst did that is great on doing customer care, but you might, this will give you just some other ideas if you want some visuals to add. Again, the customer profile is right back over there. So this website, Mission Driven Model, is geared for more in-depth education, right? Or maybe you have a Tower Garden customer. Again, that's not currently, it's not on the customer care is not on the Freedom Revolution. So again, but there is Tower Garden customer care here. But what I have done though too is in my notes, or your reminders section, I am trying to just be very simple, duplicatable on this, is I'm copying and saving the script that I want to use. So when I see day 10 check-in pop on there, then I can go right to, in my case, I'm doing it on my Mac, I'm doing it on my reminders, but again, your notes would work just the same, but I have listed my customer care. So now I'm going to have what my day 10 verbiage is, which again, for the most part, I'm just copying it straight off of here and then tweaking it a little bit. And then again, thinking about what video or whatever that I want to send. So again, they've got some sample things here. They've got some great videos. They are ready or giving you ideas on, so you could truly just copy and paste and go right off of this guideline if you want something that is a little more in-depth as far as the education. But otherwise, this will give you a perfect guideline. So when I'm taking these with me, so I have my customer profile sheets in a sheet protector. And then in the back, I'm just keeping one copy of this page here. So if I'm out, like I'm heading to wrestling, I'm going to be sitting in their empty lunchroom where I can do some of this. I can just take it with me on the road, and it's part of my little to-go bag. Okay. So the only other thing I'm going to suggest on here that I have added before I'm printing this off is I just type this in, or again, you can write this in, that I want to make notes to myself. So when I fill this out for a person, I want to think, okay, did I add them? Did I actually add them to Facebook? So I've got yes. When I'm talking with them, may I request you on Facebook? Sure. May I add you? Yes. How do they want to learn? We can, can highlight that or whatever. But the getting the permission and the actually doing part, sometimes that escapes my brain, right? Or my busy schedule. So I want to actually check off, did I add them to Facebook? Did I add them to Teamsy? Yes. Did I schedule those calls? 1, 2, 3, 4, in my calendar for that first 4 months. And then did I send them a welcome email or a welcome text? And then if so, what did I send them? And then so some of the favorite things that I've been sending here lately, I'm going to go back to as far as that customer care piece. Some of the things I've been sending are a link. Maybe I will click on another health video and I'll forward that to them. But I have actually just even been sending the frequently asked questions tab, because there are just great questions. And again, they may not have thought of it then, but they can refer to it later. So again, each of the little messages here on here are about a couple minutes maybe or so. But the question may come up, so, okay, well, how is it different than a multivitamin? Or is it organic? Or what about the soy? Or, why does it ship that way? So questions that they can be empowered with to go answer themselves. So this has not only product, but there are business questions certainly at the bottom as well. And if they want to check that out, that's okay. But again, a lot of times questions like this will come up, but again, you can just pick, if the conversation about soy or GMO that comes up, I can just copy this in Vimeo and I can forward and send it to them that way. So, okay, well, those are some of our customer care sheets I want you guys to think about here today. And just as a reminder, if you go under files on our team Facebook page over to the side, you will be able to see a couple other fun things on there. Again, we talked about these in previous sessions, that how we are sharing Juice Plus, again, baseline through that Freedom Revolution website, Healthy Living Revolution Shred 10, and then just making sure we reminder and we get on our calendar. So calendar it in, right? Each week is what are our weekly events. So we have our Sunday team huddle in the afternoon, our Start Strong, which is a new launch for new reps or reps maybe are re-engaging, that they need to get a little closer to the fire to ignite them and get them back going again. And then our Healthy Living Project, which is on Tuesday evenings at 8:30 Central Time. And then monthly, we have our Peak Team Zooms on there. So again, those are just a few things to keep in mind. I'm going to click under. Again, I'm going to click to show you on our Team Abundance page. This is our team's homepage. That if you haven't yet done the 66-day challenge, again, go under files. Think about what is that one thing you're going to focus on. You can scroll down. You can see some of our conversation that was had and little song and such that we shared at our huddle yesterday. Sunday afternoon. Our steps for sharing that I just showed you is there. And then final thing I'm going to highlight that I posted this weekend is this quick start. If you are a new rep, you are re-engaging, or you have a new rep on your team, this eventually will be posted under the documents. Okay, they are making it all pretty, and this is what was trained on last week, so it eventually will be posted here on Freedom Revolution. But that is, again, one thing I'm so excited why we are able to work with, get back to it here again, but able to work with Jennifer Myers and Peak Team and some of them here directly, is that we do have access to fun little things like this. So I'm going to pull that back up here again. So our quick start page, again, as we have a new rep, who would they like to share with? And then let's book some events. We're doing some Facebook and Zoom launches with them. I know Julie and I each have some of those scheduled here with folks this week, and then helping them come up with some scripting. So again, if you have anyone, we have things we can copy and paste and send your way if you would like to relaunch and schedule this yourself, or if you'd like to do this with any of your teams. So, okay, with that, that, I'm going to let you guys run. I need to hop off and get to wrestling, but I am so glad that we got a chance to connect here today, and just reach out to me on Voxer if you have any questions. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great week.